Okay, I am so excited about this one. Let me tell you why. Because I see so many entrepreneurs struggling, and I am one struggling person myself. However, because I do bring interesting guests who have a challenging life, I always ask them for my own selfish reason how they recovered from the challenging life to actually become an a path like this. And my today's guest is okay. Started like this. We know each other for a while now. Okay, let me tell you, and we are both from the same motherland, originally from Pakistan. He is in US, and we met a few years ago at one of the JV Alert in Atlanta. I do have a picture together a few years ago together, and since then we became a friend. Why I'm telling you all this? And he is the co-founder and co-owner of a startup, 14th one, not first, not second, it's a double digit already. Before you excited, oh my God, he is a serial entrepreneur. Yeah, it's true. He serially failed many times. I'm telling you publicly right now, very close to a double digit. Most of his companies failed miserably, and he still kept going. I'm going to ask him what kept him going on that one. That's the key part, because it's not about, there's nothing called win or lose. Either you lose, mostly people think they lose. To me, and Thomas Edison said, I failed 10,000 times. What that really means, he figured out 10,000 times did not work. Otherwise, we will be sitting in this dark right now. So he failed almost close to at 8, 9, 10 times, because he learned so many lessons, so that way he knows how to swing with the sharks now. And finally, he was some successful before you think, oh, I don't want to watch this loser guy. That's what you're telling. Stop that judgment right now. I'm about to tell you something right now. Are you ready? Are you sitting? I am sitting, and my guest is sitting too. He made over with his co-partner as a startup owner. They are just they're just starting out right now. I'm telling you right now, it's less than 2 years, over $2.5 million business. Sales in business. Okay, not a profit. I'm not going to even ask him a profit. Why? Because that is the opening end of the conversation. Why you even care about profit? It's all about making a sale to start with. That means your whole process is working. Then later you figure out, oh, how I can optimize my profitability. Don't go for profitability when you start with that. I don't know, looks like my guest is saying yes. Looks like he's already saying yes to everything. Someone recently got married, and now he is going
That's
to
right.
that decision. I have been regretting that 20 years for a good reason. Okay? It's not a regret, because once you say yes, you cannot take it back. That's why I'm saying it. Okay. So,
That's right.
welcome. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're getting married, and I'm
Thank you so
sure
much.
you're a lucky man. I'm telling you right now. And your mother.
I feel that way.
I never spoke to
feel
your
that way.
mother. However, I know she is lucky mother to have you, and because you are a very, very consistently hardworking, outperforming person with the good relationships and the heart with the size of this planet to serve others. I don't know
I appreciate
why.
that.
Let me start with saying, please join me to welcome my guest, Imran Rahman. I have no idea where he's sitting right now. He's going to introduce himself.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
The city of quote unquote. Let them fill up everything else. Imran, let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who you are surrounded with that inspired you to become the serial entrepreneur as of today?
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Siddique, thank you so much for having me. I'm truly grateful and blessed to be here, and I'm excited to share a little bit about my story and what I've learned and continue to learn in business with those who are watching this video. What has always motivated me is realizing that as a human, I have more potential than I'm currently tapping into, that I'm currently living. And so that pursuit took me on a journey to be more happier, to make more money, to have a better body, to have more happier, meaningful relationships, and of course to crack the 7-figure code, which is how do you make $1 million online. And before I can become a millionaire, like you're saying, the company has to generate $1 million. Before I can make a profit, I have to make a sale, right? So everything kind of comes in order. So I was in pursuit, and I have been my whole life because I just expect more from myself, and I know that more is possible. And so I just continue to basically go out there every day and improve and be a little bit better than yesterday, just competing against myself to see how much more potential do I have. Where can I take my life to in terms of the results I create in every area of life? So to answer the real question that you had, the second part of your question, which is who were you kind of surrounded by? So what I did is I put into my mind everything that I could to help me get the goals that I want. So, I've read hundreds of books, attended tens of events, seminars, joined coaching programs, look for answers everywhere that I could. And also along the way, I have done many internships. I have done a lot of jobs, and I've started a lot of companies. And so I surrounded myself with people who I wanted to be like, who had the things that I wanted to have. And slowly over time, I understood how they thought and what do they do to get those things, which is what I do every day myself now.
Thank you. For someone who is watching me from Pakistan, I am from Rahimgarh Khan, in fact, from a remote village, Chak 106P. Which part of the Pakistan you are from, so somebody could relate to you?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I was born in Rawalpindi, and I was raised in Islamabad, and I was 14 when I moved from Pakistan to the US. So I've been here in the US for 20 years. So, I'm kind of Eastern Pakistani on the inside and then American on the outside.
That's the best of the both worlds, is that right?
Yeah, it really is. Because, the Eastern culture has a lot of amazing values and great things we should respect and honor and uphold. And the Western culture has many, many values that we should pay attention to.
Absolutely.
Not everything, right?
Yeah.
But there's many good things in the Western culture. So it's good to have a good perspective and combine the two.
Wonderful. You mentioned about good things. Let's move on. What are the top 3 things you want to share with someone who is an entrepreneur and startup and still struggling? Even they're successful, I'm sure you have your own lesson, they have their own lesson. What would you share with them, the top 3 things, what they can act as a cheat sheet to improve their business or life?
Yeah, absolutely. The first thing would be clarity, having absolute clarity, right? And what that means is you have a clear, basically, strategy. And the strategy is, here's how I'm going to take these resources, mine or somebody else's, and here's a plan that I have that's going to leverage those resources to create an outcome and a result. So the first step is always just being totally clear on where do you want to go, right? Before you focus on speed and fast and go, let's make sure the direction is right. So the first is really, clarity. The second is, I think it's really important to realize the importance of money and cash flow in a business. And in a business, every day and every minute and every hour, you've got to be focused on not just, staying busy, but how are those things related to bringing money in today and ensuring profitability tomorrow. And once you kind of have that clarity, it's really about, driving your actions towards sales, revenue, profit in that direction, right? That's the second thing, taking those actions that take you in that direction. And the third thing is being agile and being resilient, which is that you're going to come up with solutions, you're going to come up with plans, you're going to go and try those solutions, try those plans. A lot of times they will not work. A lot of times they will not create the result you're looking for the first time. And what do you have to do? You have to be agile, right? You have to look at, okay, what worked, what didn't work, stop doing what's not working, do more of what is working, and be able to be emotionless about those decisions without being tied to it and putting your own biases and allowing your own filters of reality and communication to get in the way. So those three things would be, number one, be absolutely clear what you want to do. Number two, be absolutely income driven. And number three, be flexible, be agile, and be like water, flow. Water flows everywhere, right? I think Bruce Lee said that.
Yes. So thank you so much. That's a great lesson. In fact, we all need a reminder. That was a reminder for myself too. However, being resilient is so easy to say, however, not easy to do. When you are feeling down in this whole process, what kept you going? You know, what is that? What kept you going?
Yeah, that's a great question. The belief that my life has purpose, that I know it's almost a spiritual answer. You can put any religion behind it. You can put any philosophy behind it. You can put any thought process behind it that you want. But what kind of keeps you, I think, going through the really tough parts is knowing that every day the sun will set, and tomorrow morning the sun will rise again, and that you will have that opportunity and chance again tomorrow to do better. And the more I've studied time management and productivity, the more I've realized what you should do is master your day. Because if you can master your day, you can master your week, you can master your month, you can master your life, you can master your day. So what I've done is just day to day kind of reminded myself that each day things will get better and better and better, and tomorrow will be better. And also to remind myself that I have so much to be grateful for the moment I open my eyes. If you can breathe, right? When was the last time you thanked God or Allah or your power, your spiritual power? When was the last time you thanked them for being able to breathe, for being able to blink your eye, for being able to move your arm, move your fingers, or being able to take a step, or being able to say a word, right? So the moment I think you realize, whoa, wait a second, if I am alive, it's a miracle and I should be grateful and happy, then what could go wrong after that, right?
Yeah. What a beautiful understanding, clarity that helps you to stay clear and stay focused, even though it is down. That's a great lesson I learned from you. However, we are not going to stop there. You are watching still this, and you want to learn more from my guest, and I want to do it. I have no idea about you. Why not you share it on your profile so your friends can join into this beautiful conversation and write a comment. What did you learn so far underneath? Let's keep going. I'm going to ask you a tough question. I'm going to set up you for this one right now.
Please, ask me the tough ones. Ask me the tough ones.
Let's go for it. What is the single most failure of your this current this 7-figure one, and how did you recover from that? Remember, we were like all back and forth. We want to know what is the lesson we can learn, which we can avoid that mistake. No, we are being a student right now.
Yeah, 100%. I will give you, $1 million secret here. Is the result that you're looking for in business is typically a number of layers of refinement out, okay? So what that means is between where you are and where the result you want to get, there have to be a layer of improvement, a number of layers of improvements that have to be done. So in our case, what we do is we run a portfolio of e-commerce brands. Most of these, in fact, all of them are Shopify stores. And we drive paid traffic so we can control it like a faucet. So we drive all of our traffic from one place, which is Facebook. And the reason why is because we have used that basically so that we can stabilize our business systems and master one traffic channel to one conversion flow, one conversion system, simple, right? And master customer acquisition and making that front end sale. Because if you can make that happen, traffic from one channel through one conversion flow and you get a buyer, now there's a lot of things you can do after that, right, to make it work. So what we realized, Mr. Siddique, what kept us from results, why we kept on failing is we needed to improve these layers everywhere. Our Facebook video ad needed to be a little bit better. The copy that was there needed to be a little bit better. Our Facebook campaign structure, the way we organize and set up and budget campaigns and launch campaigns and test campaigns needed to be a little better. Our landing page on our Shopify store, the layout needed to be a little better. It needed to have more social proof. It needed to have more conversion related elements in there that psychologically get people to buy. Safety, security, an increase in status. And we needed to kind of have these layers of improvement, and we needed to just kind of kept testing different things and making sure that every time we were testing something, it wasn't a random test, but it was because we saw that somebody else was using it, or somebody else told us to do it, or one of our friends was doing it. And when we kept on implementing these layers of refinement everywhere, eventually all the dots connected. We found the right video, the right ad, the right product, the right audience, the right brand, the right sales page, and everything just clicked. And then when it clicked, the sales were just natural. They were automatic. They just happened.
Yeah. So 3 M's of marketing: message, medium, and the market. You have to align together to make it work.
100%. 100%. Yeah, 100%. And another thing I would like to share that was a huge realization for me is that if you look at what a brand is, right? A brand is a conduit for your prospect, your audience, right? Your marketplace and your product or your service, right? So a brand is a conduit. A brand is what allows people to understand who you are, what you do, and what makes you special. So when we got the branding piece right, and we were showing the right offer to the right audience in the right way, then the sales happen automatically.
So it has to be three rights: message, medium, and the market again. Same thing.
100%. 100%, yes.
Now, you gave us so much. How do you feel about sharing this challenge, and how did you recover from that? How do you feel? Because now it's outside of your chest. Now can ask you. So
oh,
I don't share my failure. That gives you oh my God, that people will judge you for that. How do you feel right now?
I feel, what I've realized is where I have gotten in life is because of people that I have met, along the way, and those people have poured into me or invested into me and shared. And I have sat there also and observed what they did, how they did it, how they think. So I love having that opportunity and being able to give and being able to share, because somebody else, just like where I was, that somebody helped me with, right? This information can help them. And so, I have learned the value of information over time, right? I think as you and I, having our background in information marketing, we understand the value of information. And so, even if you tell somebody, hey, here's what you need to do, it's not as easy as just going and doing it. You have to have the right mindset, the right skill set, and the right tool set to do it. So, I love sharing and empowering. And when the right person hears it, they know what to do with it. But if that same formula lands in somebody else's hands and they're not ready, mindset, skill set, tool set, that information is not going to do them any good.
Wonderful. And you gave us so much, and we want to give you something back. The people who are watching you right now, they're startup entrepreneurs, the freelancers, how they can help you, because we want to end with an even note. So how we can help you.
I appreciate that so much. I think the way that you can help me is basically by giving back a little bit more, right? I'm going to make this very unselfish. I'm kind of very much like I have blinders on and I'm focused. Over the years, I have been all over the place. So I've realized now going into 2018 and beyond, I want to kind of be like this and just, go. What gets me excited about life is seeing people who are thinking more about life than just themselves. So no matter what it is that you're doing, if you can give a little bit more, if you can share a little bit more, if you can look out for another human being a little bit more, if you can do that for me, I would really appreciate that. It would create a good positive wave for all of us.
Thank you. That did not stop me to share this one. I am the author of upcoming leg formula book. Leg, like legs, we walk on the legs. And leg, L stands for learning. First, you learn from the masters who knows the inside out. You know what I'm talking about. Once you master those skills, then add a second component, which is the E. E stands with earning. So you start earning, implementing what you learned from that. It's an add-on to L. You never leave the learning part. Learning is equal to life. Life is learning is forever. So learn. Then you start earning. That's where you stage and right now. And then once you earn enough, or be a selfish 100% when you are earning. Okay, I don't mind at all. Selfish is a good quality to have. Let me tell you, because that keeps you driving. It's not a bad thing. People think, oh, he is so selfish. Come on, we are human by nature. We are designed to be selfish, and it should be that way. However, once you earn enough for your own success, then add a G component to it. That's a giving back. That's what you're talking about. Is that right?
Great formula. You nailed it. You put everything together so beautifully. It really is. You have to be the student, and then you have to go and do. And that's how, after putting in 10,000 hours, as Tony Robbins says, you kind of get it down. And then really, ultimately, it is about legacy. It is about giving. Our time here is limited. Our impact is limited.
Earn and give back. That's the formula. And that's the upcoming book. That's the title of the book, by the way. So, Imran, as we're about to wrap up, what would you say as the final word?
Sure. The biggest thing I would say is just be persistent and determined about what you want. Because if you just are one of those people that you make up your mind and you say, I'm going to do this, and you just basically make yourself believe it, even if it's a lie, even if it's not true, even if nobody in the world else believes it. If you can get yourself to believe it and you can keep going every day, eventually the world will start believing. Eventually the world will catch on. Eventually the world will say, oh my God, look at him. And people will go from making fun of you to saying, how can they work with you? Or how can they be like you? And so if you can keep going, right? If you can just keep going until you get your goal or dream, whatever it is, it could be anything, monetary or non-monetary. But if you can just keep going, eventually you will get there. Eventually you will have that goal.
Thank you. First they ignore you, then they criticize you, then they hate you. The moment they hate you, you arrived. Okay,
there
so
you go. There
if
you
they're
go.
ignoring you, it's okay. Go on your life. You are on the right path. Okay, ignore you, criticize you, then they hate you. Handle it. Grown-up child. Thank you so much, Imran,
My pleasure.
for sharing your wisdom with us today on the behalf of our whole community, and we really appreciate you. This is
My pleasure.
signing off from Atlanta, and wishing you good luck and good sales. And I do have Path Cross again with another amazing guest. Until then, Allah Hafiz. Goodbye.
Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz. Thanks, everyone.